It's do you know how Brandon did? Did he tell you?
Yeah. He said he tied for first, but he lost on time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that wild?
I texted him. I said, "Isn't the mantra shoot fast and don't suck? Like,
Yeah,
come on, man."
yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair, he was on a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So no, it's good. I was happy for him.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's an awesome guy. He helped out so much.
Yeah, he
Just,
always
man,
does.
makes life so easy for me. Makes it doable. I am so thankful for all the volunteers that help set up and help tear down. Man,
Well, you can't do it by yourself, right? It's too
I
much for
try
one
to.
person. Yeah.
I try to, but then it's like, oh man, everyone's hey, let me do that, and then nice, and there's oh yeah, if I could do this all the time,
yeah,
no, it's awesome, it's good. I love a community of good people. It's good people, man. That's the only reason I'm still doing it.
Yeah, well, it's the connections you make, right?
So, yeah, exactly. It brings joy to my heart. It sparks joy. So
got to have things in life that do that. That's for sure.
I know, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, and they certainly do that so well. So,
did you get to shoot on the weekend? Or
I did not. I was taking it easy. I wrecked my back a couple of weeks ago. I had to haul a bunch of drywall and 4x8 sheets of 3/4-inch plywood, and like you said, help. You can't do it one man anymore. No. You shouldn't. Not a full day of it.
No, it's
demo and subfloor. So it's like, ugh. And bathroom demos are the worst and this one had like a inch of mortar bedding.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So sledgehammer and hauling away.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek is on. Derek is awesome, man. Looking forward to seeing you this year. Hopefully, Derek. I know you guys are super busy. Everybody's super busy nowadays. It's good.
Yeah.
Like I look at the schedule across Canada. Man, there's so many great. I'm almost at the point where I can just tour and shoot now.
Hey, that's the dream, right?
Yeah. This is the long play. I was like, we celebrated our 8th anniversary on April 7th. Our first match was 8 years ago, 2018, April 7th at Owen Sound.
That's pretty crazy that it's only been 8 years.
I know.
And how much the sport has grown and changed since then.
Yeah. It was the very first one.
Yeah.
Very first one of its kind. It was awesome. I'm looking at people that there's one guy still, Denny Gwynn, is still shooting actively.
Oh, yeah.
Regularly.
Nice.
I think the open winner was a 1022 in a Magpul chassis, Magpul stock.
Well, that was the maple seed gun to have. I know because I built one.
That was the one.
Yeah.
It still is to a certain extent. It still is. Because they're just dead reliable. Unless you push it too far.
Yeah.
But yeah. No,
that's what I turned my maple seed gun into a speed steel gun. So it's the Magpul chassis because it's super light, right? Yeah. It's just like a short barreled 1022 with that the AR style action, the SBI action on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. No, they're good. Yeah. Tons of fun. Yeah, maple seed season's coming up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been raining, so Kelly must be doing maple seeds.
Yeah, it was like the worst week this week. My neighbor asked me to help him out with a power steering change on his daughter's Volkswagen Beetle. Oh, just can't catch a break this week. It's all just wet and cold and just miserable.
It's the curse of being good at everything.
or just a happy, helpful guy.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll figure it out together somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, oh man, it's good. Yeah. We'll talk about it on the what's new at test row, but he's got these Italian triggers, Sidhe.
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah.
Graham Hill had one. He let me try it out.
Yeah.
It's crazy how good it is.
Yeah.
It's like 0.7 ounces to 1.7 ounces.
Oh, wow.
Ounces, not pounds. Ounces.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Oh, hey, we're live apparently. We're live. Let me just kick it off. Stand by. Which one? Oh, let's go a little retrospective. This is like We have footage from this intro video. Has footage from the first match. Here we go. Stand by. Hey, welcome to the Rimfire Nation podcast, season 5, episode 2, the Bossgear episode, we are calling it, because we have more than Mr. Bossgear himself. Travis, how are you, buddy?
I am wonderful.
You are wonderful. And as always, the Rimfire Nation podcast is proudly brought to you by testroad.ca, your home for all your precision shooting needs. Hey, Dr. J. Jason Travers. Hey, man, sorry, buddy, I finally uploaded last season's podcast with you, so I apologize for that, but better late than never. It's like, oh man, I never released it. I went looking through Spotify to see, just to remember, what was the last one. I was like, oh, hey, where's Jason's episode? So Jason, it is finally out. Sorry guys, if you're looking to hear all about Jason's journey through starting out production and finally shooting some national level championships, tune in to season 4, last episode. I think it's 16 or 17. Anyway, it's out there. Jason's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He is a great guy. And so last weekend, just catching up on stuff. We had a ORPS and Testro Precision Rimfire Day on Saturday. Then we had our very first Eastern CRPS match at Stittsville Ranges. It was, I was looking at the forecast for Sunday, like 25 millimeters of rain the whole day. It's like, oh man, but it's always been wrong. And I was wrong. We through the help of all the volunteers, we were up and out of there by 2:30, 3 o'clock. Oh, wow. So the rain just started coming down and we were packed up, and I was drinking my lukewarm coffee. It was ice cold coffee at the drive out the Stittsville Ranges driveway. So yeah, it was a good event. Got to hang with Asmir, our podcast sponsor, and his son Logan. He had his Testro rifle, SB 100. It's a nice rifle. Logan actually posted a high total score for the day.
Nice.
And it was windy too. Shot like a 196, 197 out of 200.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Everyone else was struggling to get to the mid 180s. So, but awesome. His dad was there. He was getting a little bit of coaching, so he doesn't qualify for the overall standing. But that rifle can shoot, man. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the catch up. If you were looking for the what's new at Testro, everything's new at Testro, man. If you want to find out more, we had the Testro episode last week, so tune into that one. And Asmir himself will go through the state of the nation with all what's going on with ammo and all things new that he's bringing on board this year. Onward and upward.
Sounds like Shoot Ely.
Shoot Ely. Shoot Ely. Yeah. Ammo Group is busy making stuff. I think the main reason Asmir said was that they're retooling.
Yeah.
Small bore.
Yeah.
So hopefully they get that done quickly, and we've got ammo back in containers on its way here. So everyone's asking me, well, when's the SK Lapo coming in? It's not going to be here for a while, I don't think. So yeah.
There's no more buy it cheap anymore, but you should stack it deep, right?
Yeah. Stack it high. Yeah. The prices are high. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's like before pandemic, after pandemic, and before all this insanity up here with all the gun laws. I remember the good old days, unfortunately. So, but still, here we are. This is the hand that we're dealt with, and it was nice to see a whole bunch of people come out and shoot. And I think also there was Jono had a big one in Tabor last week. There's a whole bunch of Prairie and BC guys shot that match too, which is nice. So yeah, Jono does a great job. So yeah. So Mr. Bossgear, how are you doing, man?
Good. It's been busy, but busy is good.
You were saying that you had an unexpected increase in volume compared to last year, which is great. Not unexpected, but better than you hoped, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like there's a upward trend. People are starting to know who Bossgear is, which is good.
Yeah.
Slowly building the name in the community.
Yeah, you put your heart and soul into those bags, man. You don't just make a bag and toss it onto the store, and that's it.
No.
You're always working. You're working with people, which is nice. You're working with us, and the top shooters in Canada. They love shooting your bag, so there's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah, I'm slowly building Team Bossgear as well. So it's Matt and Dory are on it.
Nice.
I invited Jason Travers.
Oh, nice.
I mean, he's so dedicated to the sport, right? So it's
like
I remember, I think I was at his first competition, and since then he's just gone hard at it. And Jess Sischler is
so nice.
Yeah, well, slowly building over time.
You've got like the best shooters in Canada.
Trying to
demonstrate it. These are podium winners, repeated podium winners. That's awesome, and they're nice, super nice people too. So
yeah, that's kind of what I go for. I like dealing with nice people.
Nice. Me too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Well, there's a lot to choose from. So congrats on that and your supported shooters.
Yeah.
Now, Boss. So what's the evolution of the bag? You had version 1 like 2 years ago.
Yeah, version was like Cordura, and then it lasts a long time, but nobody wants Cordura. So then wax canvas came along. So I started doing wax canvas bags. So I had the smaller version called the MC, the middle child. People, I went out to Instagram and said, pick a name for this, and because my canvas ones, I had like a pint size one. And then I had a really big one, and this one was in between. So somebody had said, how about middle child? I said, okay, nice. MC. And then I made a larger one. It's kind of medium sized. And again, I went out to Instagram, and they said, how about big brother? It's like, okay, big brother. So that's where it's the BB. And then my fabric supplier came out with new fabric last year, that ripstop wax canvas. And that's been performing really well. So that's where like the foundation lineup, the FDN, started to come from. So I'm slowly phasing out the MC and the BB. So I'm only going to use the ripstop wax canvas. The problem is it's hard to come by. So they're sold out of it for like the next 2 months at least.
No.
So yeah, I have what I have, and then they have it in brown and green, and just like a natural canvas color, like Prospector's Tent white.
Nice.
Right? So that's the white color is the only one that they have left. So the next run of them might be Prospector's Tent white.
Well, that'll be good for CRP. So that way we know it's our bags.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They'll stand out. That'll be cool. People see that they've got the Bossgear loaners floating around.
Yeah.
And, so do you use that same material for the pump pillows too?
No, I use Cordura for that. The
nylon, you don't need the same tactile or coefficient of friction.
Yeah, and it's the conformity too of wax canvas, like how it holds its shape or resists holding shape is what, like, people find the Cordura too stiff, and it takes a long time to break it in. But like I made Steve Barks a bag probably 4 years ago. It was Cordura on the sides and wax canvas on the top, and he loves it. He's still using it, and the thing is bulletproof because you almost can't wear out Cordura. Lots of people wear out bags in the crotch of the bags, and he, as far as I know, he's still using that one from.
Well, that's why Cordura was invented, man.
Yeah,
bomb-proof gear.
Yeah. So what I started doing on the like normal waxed canvas bags is in the crotch I put a little strip of Cordura in there so that it doesn't wear on the crotch, because that's where 90% of the bags will wear out, right? So trying to prevent that. Maybe it's not my best long-term interest, but I'd rather somebody have the bag forever than sell them another one.
Now, if they do wear out a crotch, do they send it back to you, or do they just get a new one?
They pretty well just get a new one. Like normal wear and tear happens with every product. So that, like, lots of they're consumables, right? I try to use better materials so that they do last longer. These FDN bags, like Matt, I gave Matt the very first one. I sewed one and then used it. I think you stopped by at my place and I showed it to you, and we're like, I don't know how this material is going to be. It seems a little stiff. And then we used it. We're like, wow, this is awesome. And I gave that first one to Matt, and that's what he used all year long. And then this spring, I was like, how are you doing on bags? Do you need a new one? He's like, no, this one's holding up no problem at all. So usually we go through 1 or 2 a year, right? So the new material it's lasting, which is good.
Yeah.
And performing. So
perfect. Yeah. Well, we'll bring our loaners out again this year. Take the Bossgear Specs Light road trip.
Yeah.
Back on the road again.
Yeah.
Same fill assortment.
But
you're paring it down.
Well, this is a kind of a hot topic. I've been trying to figure out how to bring the Specs Light Code 3 and 2511 here without it costing $150 a bag, like to fill your bag, because the only way to make it economical is to get like 55-gallon drums of it, and they're shipping from Ohio, and then cross-border shipping. Just the shipping cost kills you. Yeah. And also, I don't want to tie up 3 years of bag fill in cash flow all at once, right? So I'm working with one of the retailers in the US who sells it to be able to order smaller quantities of it at a reasonable price. That he can do flat rate shipping boxes, and the weight doesn't matter. So I don't have to order 3 years worth. Nice. And I think what I'm going to do, so it's going to be for the Code 3, the 2511, and the heavy fill, I'm just going to do like a once a month order.
Nice.
So people will pre-order, and then I'll get it shipped out.
You know what makes sense is just buying a bean bag cheer.
Yeah.
Fill.
Yeah.
Right? And just bring it over.
It's not the import cost. There's actually no duty on it.
It's really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Cuba item. It's literally the shipping cost, because they have to send a pallet. Like they have to send this on a pallet by transport, right? You can't send it by UPS or anything like that. So it's just like I priced it out, and the cost per bag was just like, crazy. Like people love the Code 3, but do they love it that much? I don't know.
So we got shooters that go into the States all the time.
Yeah.
They got trucks. Just got to bring a trailer.
Yeah.
Just have them load it up, right?
Well, they're in Ohio, and I went to visit my brother-in-law last summer. He's in like southern New York State. It was we were 3 hours away. I was like, maybe we can meet up, and you just fill my pickup truck with it.
Yeah.
But we couldn't arrange it though. So
just one of those IBC totes and just fill it up.
Yeah. But I've been trying to figure out a way to get it here for like a year. And finally, I think we have a solution. I was talking to David at Specs Light, and he had suggested working with his US guy. So I gave him a call last week, and we're still working out the details, but it looks like we'll have something sorted out so that they can get that.
What's the closest US city to you?
Messina.
Messina?
Yeah. So it's like I have a mailbox in the US, so I can just go over. It's 25 minutes, something like that. So
really, is that all?
Yeah, and I'm a registered importer, so I do all the importation myself, and go through customs. It's not too complicated. But it just takes time.
So what's the most popular fill people are buying now? Is it the Ginny or the?
For Specs Light fill, the Ginny fill is still glass fill is by far 90% of what people want. But for as far as Specs Light goes, the other one that's really popular is the Super Light at 5524. So I put that in the pump pillows, and it's like it's almost lighter than air. Yeah, it's
perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, it really is.
And I wonder if people are buying the glass because they don't know what else is out there. And that's kind of why we did that road trip, was to give them that opportunity to go all the way from the super lighter than air one to the heavy sand.
I guess it depends what you're doing, right? If you're shooting PRS, you want the sand. If you're shooting NRL Hunter, maybe you'll sacrifice a bit of stability, because as you go with those lighter fills, you're not going to be as stable, right?
Yeah, but man, if you have a 10-port barricade to shoot through, and you got to change positions every time, I know some people just won't be able to do it efficiently. It's just a boat anchor, right?
Well, that FDN full is like 9 to 10 pounds.
See, that's crazy. That's like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Sticking it into a port, pulling it out, sticking it in.
But with that Specs Light, the Code 3, it's like 6 pounds.
Okay.
5.5, something like that.
Stem conformability?
Yeah, if you don't get it wet. So that's the Specs Light stuff. Like, it's weird because whenever you pour it into the bag, it's almost chunky. And it does conform very well, but whenever it gets wet, it bricks. I know that Matt tested all that, and he said the 2511 is better in the wet, but it's heavier.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Have a quiver of bags.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, everybody should have a quiver of bags. Yeah.
You know, plate bags. You make plate bags?
Yeah.
Are people buying plate bags, or is that?
Yeah, I make plate. So I just I make that rail bag.
Yeah.
That goes, and I have the Engage Precision plates.
Okay.
And then actually on Sunday, while I wasn't shooting your match, I got my laser set up. I bought it in like December, and I've been trying to get it set up to cut the Cordura to make plate bags, and I finally did that on the weekend. Yeah, so it's
that must have been a game changer. Pardon the expression.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes it doable.
Yeah, it's time and it's precision, right? Yeah. So actually, I got so I cut this here, and all it was, it cut a square in these 3 holes, but it's the area 419, the rail changer. So that's going to get sewn onto the top of one of the bags. Nice. And then like I can pull on this as hard as I want, and it's not coming off.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to demo that Engage Precision plate and plate bag of yours.
I will get you one.
Because I've been running the Kev Fat.
Yeah. On the 3D printed plate.
Yeah. The original one.
Nice.
Like acetone damage on it.
Yeah. Well, if it's 3D printed and it's still holding up, it must be doing something right.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's the OG, man.
Yeah. I had actually bought a 3D printer to do my own plates. Yeah. And then because like the ones that were on the market were like $300 for an aluminum plate.
Yeah.
And then I found Engage Precision was making them, and they were very reasonably priced.
Yeah. I think they are the most reasonable, well-made ones.
Yeah.
Price quality can't be beat.
No, exactly. I said for the price, there's not even any point in 3D printing them. Like it's the difference is so little. You may as well have aluminum.
Yeah. Right? Plus you have time in there too, right? And and things will go wrong.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a big print farm that you're running.
Yeah. So the Engage ones, they made one a bit like it's a little bit different from the one they offer for the one that I have. The one I have, the slots are wider to fit the Velcro through. And there's also a screw in the center because the Arca clamps I use is just one screw. So you could either put, the cheaper, it's essentially the Amazon, the CS50 clamp. You can put that one on, or there's the other 2 screw holes for the area 419.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was just looking at your website, man. That's a long list of products you got there, buddy.
I've been working hard to get the people what they want, right?
Where should we start, man? Because Bossgear isn't bossgearbags.ca. It's Bossgear, right?
Yeah, it's kind of turned into the retail side of things, has really spurred the growth of Bossgear a lot, and it's a slow growth because I'm trying to manage it responsibly, and but slowly adding high quality components that I'm trying to get things that nobody else has.
Right.
There's some things that other people have. Like I'm an MDT dealer because people want MDT. They make great stuff. So I'm happy to be an MDT dealer. But Position 7, for example, they've done really well for me.
So for those that don't know, what is Position 7?
Position 7, they are a company from the Czech Republic, and they started out making magazines and magwells for the 457. And I brought them into Canada. So I'm the Position 7 dealer for Canada. And those things they sell like hotcakes. This most recent order is the only one that hasn't sold out before it's landed. So, but I'm currently sold out of magazines, so it's on pre-order right now, and I think I have 5 magwells left.
It's a 13 rounder.
13 round aluminum billet magazine, yeah. Gotcha. And they also do a bunch of 3D printed stuff, which is nice. So like bore guides and bolt carriers.
Oh, bore guides for those that people clean their rifles.
Yes.
That'd be useful.
Yeah, you would never use one.
Yeah, well, if I had a bore guide, I'd probably clean my rifle more often, or more than never.
Yeah. So the other two things that they do well, they have a dope card holder, which is kind of nice. I always find dope card holders so hard. I had one that I made that was just like a tap attached to my scope that I've been using for like 3 years, and it's so flimsy. And
you snap it off.
Yeah,
I snapped off a few.
Yeah, I had the MDT one for a while, and that one didn't work out for me. And then I just put the Position 7 one on. It's kind of nice. It rotates in 2 different directions, and you can, I guess, as a spur mount, a Picatinny mount, and an Area 419 mount that you can mount. And then
let me share that so people can see what we're talking about here.
Yeah. So far, their quality has been really great. The thing I have to say about Position 7 is they're incredibly responsive to any time that there's an issue. You know, every company is going to have some sort of an issue. And I think I've had, I've probably sold 100 magazines. I think I've had 2 with issues, and I message them, and within, an hour, I have a response, and they're dealing directly with the customers to try and resolve the issues. And
how does it's got blank cards. It's,
it has a couple of blank cards. Yeah, Velcroed on. Yeah,
Velcro, gotcha.
It's just like credit card sized blanks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
So that was good. They have the back or the So I'm happy with them. They've done great. It's the other one that people always ask about is Desert Precision.
Yep.
All right. So the 457s, I'm waiting on my first order from those. They're with the exporter right now. Those ones are all sold, except I have one that is available, that's coming, and everybody wants the Genesis, right? So
what's the update on the Genesis?
The Genesis is coming, so that's the update. I'm expecting my first shipment in June. I ordered mine, like I do orders with Desert Precision a while ago. I have to get in line just like everybody else, right? So I kind of spread out my orders to get X amount a month. Yep. And whenever I released my first month's order, it sold out in about 6 hours. So it's offering them as barreled action only, or with their choice of a MPA chassis or a MDT Elite. Nice. And if they want Cerakote, I had one guy, he Cerakoted his Zombie Green. That was a 457. But so Desert Precision has their Cerakote service as well. So those are coming eventually. I talk to Kenny on every week or two, trying to get an update on how things are going, and he's just burning the midnight oil trying to get these things out the door. The demand is so high for them, and we're very lucky that he's willing to work with me to get them into Canada, because he could just sell his entire allotment to the US, right? So, but he wants to see them in Canada as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be cool to put them in the hands of Canadian shooters eventually taking the worlds, right? That's
Well, my plan was, so I bought let's see here, I bought this sweet MPA chassis. Got it in vibrant blue so that I know it's mine. I haven't seen that on the line yet.
Nice.
And so my plan was, once I get my Genesis, was to give it to you, to loan it to you, to send it on the road so as many shooters in Canada can get their hands on it as possible.
You need that thing lasered up with the Bossgear.
Yes.
Bossgear logos, man.
Yeah, I do. So I'm trying to build a demo rifle out of like all the brands that I carry. Yeah. So get Gray Ops weights in there, and the MPA, get all their accessories on it. I just need to find a scope for it, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
You have a trigger?
Yeah, I put a trigger tech in it. Yeah. So lots of people are asking about Bix and Andy. I can get those as well. It's they're I guess the big difference is you can take those apart and clean them if you have to. So
I mean, like 80% of people would be scared to screw something up.
yeah, in the field. Where did that spring go?
No, worse, in my trailer. I've done that a couple of times. I've disabled rifles more than once in my trailer, doing it contrary to popular belief, I do clean my rifles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like they were both. Yeah, one was a 4.57. I was putting a flat blade trigger on, and one was a what was the other one? It was a 1022. It was one of the double. I can't remember the name. What is the name? Escape me now. It's like a high end 1022.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the tandem cross one.
No, it was the one that Korth Group was carrying for a little while.
Okay.
It's not what the one that used to be available in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. And once those springs are gone, it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find those little parts are hard. Like I had a guy with a scope base that stripped the screw from it's an Area 419 scope base. Well, I can order a screw set from Area 419 for $2, but the shipping here is $40. Yeah. So I actually just ordered like 20 sets so that I can have them in inventory. The shipping cost was the same thing. So it's like, I may as well order it and I'll get this guy his $2 screws and then make the shipping worth it.
I know. So, I'm starting to collect everything I need. Like from what was it? Somebody, Robert Gordon had a buddy come over from England and we had set him up with a loaner rifle. And then he didn't like the chassis, so we swapped out a chassis, gave him another chassis. And then it didn't have a scope, so we hooked him up with a scope, and then, he said, "What magazines is it like?" I don't know. I'll give you 7 different ones. You try them out. You try which one you like.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
I know, that's what it is. Like, oh, that's crazy. You sit back and realize, man, I'm dragging a lot of stuff around.
Yeah.
So, but I'm able to help people out, which is nice. So it was good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, and that loaner program's awesome, man. Who Tony Norman running the Deuce 2.0.
Oh, nice.
Loved it. Yeah. I mean, he had issues with mag chassis and the fitment, how loose things were. So there's got to be somebody needs to make a bolt-on kit that you can chassis mag interface tuning kit, where it's a set of shims or screws or something.
That's what Desert Precision did on their Genesis, right? They have a plate inside their mag well.
Okay.
And so I was in Las Vegas for work in March, and we had a free day. So I went to visit Kenny. It was a 2-hour drive.
That's awesome.
So toured the shop, and he let me shoot one of the Genesis. So it's like those 700s. It's like you blow on the magazine and it's going to misfeed. Yeah. Well, I put it right on my bag on a tripod, magazine first, and ran through the entire magazine. There was no issues at all.
Nice.
So he seems to have fixed that problem, which it's a very looks like a simple fix on what he did. It's a little plate inside the mag well, but simple solutions are the best solutions.
They are. You almost need a dedicated mag well, right? For the action, like
Well, magazines they're funny, right? Like I was hearing that some of the newer Rimex mags are having some feeding troubles, and then that there's just not a lot of options on the market for the 700 pattern mags.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got I'm the dealer for Delaying Development Group as well, Mike Bush's stuff. And his magazines, they were supposed to be here in January, and there were some backlogs in manufacturing. They're going to be here in May. So he's got the aluminum billet magazines for the 700 pattern, but they're like not cheap at all. No, they're very, very costly.
But you only need 2.
Yeah.
And then you keep them for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't lose them.
You don't lose them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've lost a mag yet.
No, I've been lucky so far. So there's he's got the 10 round ones. The next one coming out is going to be a 15 round. And after that, a 12 and a 17. So,
nice.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess, we're getting to that higher round, ultra high round count. I mean, we rarely go past 12.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll dip our toes into 15, but based on what I heard from Worlds last time, 18 isn't a stretch of the imagination.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
and that's what the stressor is now. It's if you can get an extra 2 rounds downrange and make hits, and the other guy can't, that's easy money for you, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll put one high, maybe a 16 round stage.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. But once the 17 rounds come out, you're gonna have to do an 18 round stage.
Yeah. We'll have a little 17 round magazine booth.
Yeah, exactly.
Going on.
Yeah, I'll rent. You can rent them out.
Courtesy of Bossgear. Yeah. Well, we loan out the NDR mags.
Yeah. So. I've heard their new ones are nice for the center fire.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of people using them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like you. I don't know how he finds time to do R&D and run a business and be an active serving,
Yeah, something's got to give, right? So it's only there's only 27 hours in a day, Rick.
I know, and he competes too, right? Yeah. So he's got to do load. He's got to make rounds. He's got to, travel. I mean, travel's a big thing, man, because it knocks you out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like for me, if I could work while I'm driving across Canada, that's like 2 weeks of, but you can't. You can only have so many phone calls, and most of the time I'm out of range or out of cell network.
Yeah.
So, maybe I'll mount a mobile cell phone booster.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You do the mobile Starlink and just go on voice over IP.
I keep looking at that and saying,
it's pretty slick. I know some people who've done it. Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a sale. I guess I can justify it. But cell phone booster works. Hasn't let me down yet. So maybe I just hook it up and run it in the truck while I'm driving.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So DDG has their rifle coming out, Mike's 457 footprint rifle.
457.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's a custom action based on the 457 footprint. It is not. Okay. It's going to be a match grade rifle.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be priced like a 457. So I'll be.
It's going to take 457 mags, or it's going to take CZ mags.
CZ mags, yeah.
I wonder why. Is it less error prone than less feeding issues?
I mean, the system is just so reliable, right? Like, I always go through the debate myself. It's like, should I upgrade to a 700 platform? Right now, I shoot a CZ. It shoots better than I can. It's super reliable. I really have no reason to not use it, other than, well, I need a 700 platform,
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, which is interesting, because when I just want to have fun, I take out the 457, the KRG Bravo, and I just run that, because it's light, it's short, it's an MTR, 16-inch barrel, in a KRG Bravo. So it's like it might even be a production rifle now, based on PRS bumped it up to 1820 USD. So there's something to be said for good old faithful, right?
Yeah.
And so no slouch accuracy wise, right?
No, I mean,
you're not giving much. Well, I'm not chasing the podium.
That's what I was gonna say. For 90% of guys, 95% of guys, like it's good enough, right? Like I had a guy call me yesterday. He wanted a 457, the Desert Precision one.
Yeah.
I told him the price. He said, okay, that's pretty expensive. He said, I have the MTR barrel on it. Are there any drop-in barrels that you recommend? And I said, well, you know what are you doing? He says, well, I've got a Timney trigger on the way, and it's in an XRS chassis. And what scope do you have? It's like, it's a Venom. I was like, you know what? You can shoot 1 inch at 100 meters with that, no problem. Yeah. If you're missing, it's not because of the accuracy of your gun. It still shoots better than you can. So you can buy a new barrel. Like I realize I'm talking myself out of selling you an expensive rifle, but I'd rather give you the upfront truth and say, look, you'd be better off buying an ACC and a good optic.
Yeah.
And then
bumping up from an XRS to a chassis, man, that's a different feel altogether.
Yeah, well, I had the XRS before, and you have to add so much weight to it to balance. I think I had like 5 pounds of weight in the front of it, and it's just like it's so front heavy, and it's just it's functional. But then I got a an ACC chassis, it's like, oh, okay, I see why people do this.
I know.
Right? Like
it just it's planted, man. It's like it just It's like a sewing machine, like a good sewing machine. It just hums, you know.
Yeah.
It's rewarding to shoot. You're not horsing it around.
No, you're not fighting it.
You're not fighting it, right? It's with you. It's your partner. It's your sidekick. It's your wingman. It's you know, it's good. It's and again, I always tell people you don't need it, but it sure is nice to shoot.
Right? Yeah. Well, and that's what I said. Is like, so like if I get you a little barrel, okay, you'll take your groups at 100 from 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
Is that gonna make a difference on the podium if you're 48th or 38th? Probably not.
It's going to put a smaller group 2 inches to the left of where the target is.
Yeah, but even still, like the targets in PRS are so much, like they're so generous, really. Like, well, there are some spicy ones, but
well, they mandated a 3 MOA target.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not like you're shooting 1 MOA targets at 200 meters.
Yeah, the spicy days are over, boys. And you're not shooting past 250 now, PRS.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I saw those rules and it's like going out to 300 is that's reasonable. Like,
so I know, but you look at I think there's cant and how much dialability you've got. You know, if people are like at the limits, then funny things happen at the limit of your elevation.
Yeah,
no, maybe they're just trying to be more inclusive and say 250 is a reasonable range where most shooters have got a PRS setup should be able to dial to and make hits.
Yeah.
So after that, strange things happen ballistically. That I can hit more things consistently 250 versus 300. Maybe it's ballistics or
just say any targets outside of 250 have to be 5 MOA. Because there's nothing like I always loved putting a target at 300 meters. So that's like 320 yards, something like that. Yeah. And people shoot, and then like 2 seconds later, ding, and like it was fun, right? Like it was a sense of accomplishment that you shot a 300 meters and made it.
Well, they got those long gun events now that are becoming more and more popular. I've seen so many of those pop up, which is but it's interesting. It's another way to enjoy the sport.
Yeah, I think what are they? 8-inch, 6-inch, and 4-inch targets at 200, 300, something like that. Yeah, it looks like fun.
Yeah.
So, and it's quick in and out too. Right? It doesn't take all day to do. You can do it in a couple hours.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll have to I'll have to see if Mike will come on one day and talk about his actions, because he's such a depth of knowledge on everything, right? Like he designed the Voodoo, right? So it's like,
I know
to be able to pick his brain is
just even tell us everything.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a long podcast.
Yeah. Or a short one.
Yeah,
can't do it. Yeah, an NDA.
I'll talk to Mike and see if we can get him on just to talk about his new action.
I just love to find out why and what his reasons were and what he's doing that's different.
Well, I think a lot of people like I said, people love the 457.
Yeah.
There's some people who are critical of threading that action and putting a 26-inch barrel on it.
Yeah.
I mean, my barrel's a 26-inch drop-in and it shoots lights out. Like the 2 little grub screws holding it in. So like it's beefier. It like from what he told me, the only similarity to the 457 is that it uses the inlet. Yeah. Right. So and the magazines.
Yeah. I think he'd be pretty good little shooter there.
I would suspect, yeah. So
he knows a lot. He's been there and done that more than once.
Yeah. Sometimes he talks to me and I was like, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. Like this is so far over my head in the nitty gritties of engineering. So it's like, it's impressive. The guy is super passionate about it. Every time I talk to him,
that's awesome. But I mean, I'm glad he's found an outlet for his passion.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge, right? He's trying to make that footprint compete.
Yeah.
Right. And win. I mean, he's not doing this just to be close. He wants to build something that's going to beat those guys at the game.
Yeah.
Well, Graham Hill just said it's 300 meters for the long
run.
Or 300 yards per meter. 300 is number.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know. Yeah. Did you have a date for when that's coming out? this year?
So I should have them within 6 months.
Okay.
I'm hoping. So once I have a more firm date, I'll start doing pre-orders, and they're available just as actions. So if you want to put your own barrel on it, you can do that.
Okay.
But he's also going to have barrels as well.
Yeah.
So I have somebody I'm working with to do some barreled actions. So we'll make that work.
How does he have that guy? How does he have enough time with all the things he's doing?
He's another guy that works about 20 hours a day.
It's nuts.
I don't know how they do it.
Everyone I talk to is working with him.
Yeah. Well, I do know
how's that possible?
I mean, I do know how they do it because I did it to get Bossgear off the ground, and I don't ever want to do it again. Like I don't know how they don't burn out. So
it's that mindless dedication and insane passion toward building something, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, and other things, I've got a dealer in the UK now. Tactical Shooting Solutions, TSS England. Yeah. So he's I'm working on his order right now. There's a pile of bags on the chair behind me. They're all going over to the UK hopefully next week. So our brothers across the Atlantic. And
what about Australia?
I haven't found anybody. Like, I'm looking for all over. I had South Africa set up, and that fell through. I have one guy in New Zealand, but I haven't been able to reach him lately, so I don't know what's going on there. So I'm always looking for more dealers to get this international.
Amazing shooting community out there.
Yeah, it's just the challenge is, like, how do you get in touch with these people? Like I tried Italy and Austria. Well, I don't speak Italian, and like message them through Instagram or email them, and I mean, they probably get emails. Hey, I'm a bag maker every day, right? So it's like, how do you get your foot in the door? And it's just the best way I found is just like this grassroots growth. Work with people like you, or have shooters like Matt and Dory and Jason and Jess use the bags, and getting them into people's hands is the best thing, because it's like, it's hard to fight the industry standard of just go buy an Armageddon gear, right? That's the battle I'm always up against. But once people try my bags, they're like, ooh, I like this. So
like, you should go to World. I guess you have to pay to be a sponsored Worlds.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but maybe one day.
No, but I mean, there's just walking around and bumping into people and giving out cards and
I'll try that at SHOT Show one year.
Oh yeah, just bootleg. Yeah.
There are ways.
Wait, where's the next Rimfire Worlds? Lithuania?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that, right?
I think it's Lithuania.
Rimfire World Championship. No, I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure you're right. It's Lithuania.
I just said that. Popped in my brain. I don't know. Oh, Lithuania. Yep. 2027 Lithuania.
Yeah. And Centerfire is in the US this year.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm working on all the bags for Team Canada this year. I did it. Last year I made everybody bags with their names on it. And the red material did not hold up whatsoever. So I made them all new bags this spring with the ripstop material. And then now I'm on to working on the Centerfire team's bags. So I got 15 of their shooters are going to be using Bossgear bags, which is fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I donate those and try and support our guys as much as I can.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It is Team Canada. You are.
It is, yeah. Yeah, they're so they're the green colored bags with actually, I think I have one here. Yeah, this one's Eva's bag. That was, I don't know if you can see that. So the Jones with the maples.
Maple seed?
Yeah, the maple leaf on it. So the red ones looked pretty awesome, but like I said, the material was less than stellar.
Too bad Maple Seed doesn't use bags.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Would have been a good time. But that would just kill the program.
Yeah,
you should get into making. You should get into making slings, man.
I do make a
sling.
Don't have enough. I make a maple seed sling.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you make one?
Yeah.
With a quick release?
I can put a quick release. We talked about it. The problem is I can't find the 1.5 inch metal.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Metal components. I can only find 1 inch.
Because we go through hundreds a year.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's like, $40. I don't know. Somebody must make them.
Yeah, I've looked all over for 1.5 inch.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could think of is like doing 1 inch in the areas where those parts are, and doing 1.5 inch, tie it in somewhere. But like you said, someone must make them somewhere. But I've searched high and low for the problem is the cam buckle.
Yeah.
Getting it in 1.5 inch where it's like not like the ones that you can get look like they would be super uncomfortable on your arm.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to figure it out. And
we got to crack that code, man.
Yeah.
Because we send you all that maple USGI sling money.
Yeah. I'll bring you one next time I see it, and then you can try it. See if it holds up, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah. I'll take it on the maple seed tour this summer.
There you go. Yeah, I saw you have a couple more matches coming up in Eastern Ontario. Yeah.
Yeah, May and June, and also we got 2 in May.
I saw that. One's the long weekend.
Yeah, and one's the end of May, the double header, the 2-day
match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make that one
pre-summer. That's a good one. It's at Pat's place, that one.
Yeah, that's always an interesting venue to shoot at.
It's awkward to set up in.
Yeah,
because I have to think 3D. So okay, how do I do something? Because it's easy to just plug targets out, but you want to take advantage of the terrain,
Yeah, like Avonmore is just a nice flat field. You can write your course of fire, and it's everything is just flat. It doesn't matter. You almost have to.
Then you got the specialty stages also off on the other side too.
Yeah.
The bonus stage areas.
Yeah. The unknown distance stages.
Yeah. Every match was like 2 or 3 guys that say, "What's happening with Avonmore, man? That was my favorite place to shoot." It's like, me too, brother. Me too.
It's still can't get insurance for it. Well, I can get insurance, but like
I know
the match fee would be like $300 a person.
I know.
So
I know. Yeah.
We haven't
heard anything from our friends looking into that, eh?
So Capra was looking into it and driving. It's Acera is the insurance company, and they're last time I talked to them, we're looking at the underwriters are still looking at it, and like I said, I was able to get I think it was coverage for 12 matches or something like that.
Yeah.
The price was just ridiculous. It was I
get it. Right? I mean, when something goes wrong at a shooting event,
it goes very wrong. Yeah,
it goes very wrong.
Yeah,
right? I get it. It's just unfortunate,
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, everybody is covered through if they have CCFR insurance or whatever, but the match director isn't.
Yeah, and that's
the problem, and the property owner isn't.
And that's the one who's the most nervous or the most at risk, right?
Yeah,
because it's their livelihood.
Yeah, that's where I was like, no, I can't put my livelihood on the line anymore. Yeah, it's a shame. I enjoyed match directing. That was one of my favorite things to do. It's like Rick threw me in both feet.
I don't think I threw you in. I think you said, I'm going to jump in. Where do you want me to jump in?
I remember I emailed you because I was like, oh, this PRS thing looks like a lot of fun. This was like 2019, I think. Yeah. And I was like, I have a venue. Do you want to host a match here? And you're like, yeah, you can match direct it. I was like, okay, I've never shot one of these before. I guess we'll do it.
It's probably the shortest route from interest to match directing.
Yeah,
I've ever seen.
There was no choice. You're doing it.
It's like I think I could have said no.
Oh no, I really wanted to shoot one.
Everyone loved it. Everyone loves your matches. It's awesome.
The only problem is somehow I managed to pick them either on days with like hurricane force winds, 40 degrees, 2 feet of rain.
Still the hottest match I've ever shot.
Oh, that was awful.
That was, you ticked all the boxes that day. We had people just hiding under trucks to try and stay cool.
I think it was 37 degrees without the humidity.
It was
like 45, 46 with the humidity.
It was the hottest, man. People still talk about it. I still talk about it. So much fun.
Yeah, I think I drank about a dozen Gatorades that day just to stay functional.
Did Tissot show up that day? Was that when they had sandwiches and drinks?
Maybe.
We've
had so many of them at Avamore. I think we hosted 7 or 8 of them, so it's kind of all a blur now. But
a blur.
Yeah. No, it's nice though because Stittsville's not far and Pat's place isn't far. So
yeah, Stittsville's an easy setup because there's no post pounding.
Yeah,
you just have to shroud, so you trade post pounding for shrouding.
Yeah, it is what it is.
With enough volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hope it's been wet so far though. That's the only thing that can get in the way. If it's too wet,
at the end of May you'll be all right.
I'm hoping, man, but right now this week has been mushy.
Everywhere. April showers bring May flowers.
That's what they say, man. But I've got to cut wooden drywall outside and pop-up city here.
Yeah, I bet.
And that wind kind of defeats that.
Yeah, for sure.
Overhead cover, but yeah, it's getting there. Looking forward to the summer weather.
Yeah. Yeah, and you said you have the Western road trip planned this year?
Yeah, we leave mid-June, come back end of July.
Okay, 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks-ish. Yep, getting all the way up. Yeah, a lot of maple seeds. We're kind of trying to fill up the maple seed instructor and training funnel. So we're going to be cranking out maple seeds all across.
Yeah.
From this year, from Regina to Vancouver Island and back up to Fort St. John.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping diesel prices goes down between now and then. It's brutal, man.
Yeah, I bet
it's brutal. But so I've put in a slip tank just to be able to stockpile diesel in cheap areas. So skip all that northern Ontario.
Yeah, all those expensive isolated places.
Yeah. Marathon, Ontario, man. I remember when I was COVID pricing was like $2.50 a liter for regular.
Oof.
I know. It's like, oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, remember when diesel used to be cheaper than regular gas?
I know. Back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's really the only thing I should be towing my trailer with.
Yeah.
Anything else is just not fun. I'm tired of not fun.
Well, there's such a big difference, right? Like I was doing some landscaping around the house. Yeah. My cousin's a landscaper and he has a diesel truck. And he's like, oh yeah, I just use my truck and my trailer and started driving his truck and towing a trailer full of soil. I was like, man, this thing doesn't even feel like it's working. Like I ride the brakes hard, but pulling isn't a problem.
You can pass people. You can accelerate.
Yeah.
Up and down hills, up in the Rockies, man. What a game changer.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So yeah, looking forward to this season. Have you shot at all?
I haven't shot since your 2-day match last year.
Yeah, we got an ORPS bench rest day Saturday. If you want to dive into it, you can jump right into.
We're doing my son's birthday party on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I said, it's may start a business in the shooting industry. You'll shoot so much more. Yeah. No.
That's what they say about match directing, right?
Yeah.
All kinds of time.
Yeah.
Not
so much.
Yes, I guess you could. But
but you're not really you're just kind of shooting to shoot. It's really hard to get into any sort of groove when you're match directing, and
that's why you eventually get into it. You get that moment in time where today's the day. Oh man, I'm raring to go.
Yeah.
If you've got back to back, 3 events in the same weekend,
it's tough.
It's a little preoccupying.
Yeah.
We had a new We had a new competitor come out this weekend. Shout out to Ryan. He did the ORPS first competition. Did a bench, then did a CRPS. He ended up winning top production.
Oh, nice.
On the CRPS match.
So he's the guy who beat Brandon. You got beat by Newbie. That's amazing.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me that part.
He had a beautiful CZ LRP.
Oh, nice.
And that black midnight stock, the speckled.
Yeah.
The night sky one, I think.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And I saw my first Tika T1 X Ace. You see that one?
Yeah. No, not in person.
It's the chassis one. It's nice. It shoots really well.
Those Tikas always shoot well.
They always shoot well.
Yeah.
They always shoot well. And it's a deal for under $1,500 under $2,000 for like a very competitive rifle. That's going to feed reliably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So perfect for our game, and it shot pretty good.
Yeah. That's for a long time. Tony was just using a T1X classic stock and just dominating.
Yeah. Tell you what dominate. I mean, we were chatting like, how many rounds do you think you shot? Probably said, "Oh, dude, that was 6 years in British Army. That's all we did was shoot, man. It's got to be in the millions."
Oh wow!
Unlimited ammo, right?
Yeah.
6 years on the shooting team. Just that's all we do is shoot. It's like, oh man, I'm
good problem to have, eh?
Yeah, unlimited. Yeah. There's cases, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my one of my uncles was a trainer for the biathlon team for the Canadian military, and same thing. It's like cases of Lapua ammo, like whatever the biathlon ammo here. Take it, right? So
shoot.
Yeah. So I guess overall things are good. They're busy. They're trying to figure out what people want, right? So
so far so good, man. I mean, it makes sense. The things you've got a package together, right? You put some thought into it, which is nice, right?
Yeah. So for those like whenever somebody orders a barreled action, for example, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to give you a kind of a price for the action, the chassis, the trigger, we'll save you some money rather than you going and buying, this part here, this part here, this part here. You can make it better for that.
Bundle and save.
Yeah, pretty much. So trying to get stuff in people's hands and save a bit of money so they can buy some ammo. So probably my next step is to start selling ammo.
That makes sense.
But yeah,
you got everything else, right? Optics.
Yeah, I can get optics.
Game.
Yeah, I can get Athlon, but I can get. I have another retailer that I work with, and they're like, if somebody wants something that you don't sell, like we'll sell it to you. Like the markup will be less, but I can get it. So so somebody wants a Vortex scope, I can get a Vortex scope, but I'm not a Vortex dealer, right? So
you just have to express their desire.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Would you be mounting them too?
That's where I kind of draw the line. It's like the line is blurry. Well, it's not the time; it's the liability.
Oh, really?
Right? So, well, I'm just unsure. It's like if I ordered a barreled action and I put it in a chassis, and somebody has an accident with it, am I liable for it? But if I sell them the barreled action, here you go. Sell them the chassis. Here you go. I'm not doing it. Yeah. I'm not a gunsmith, right?
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah,
definitely not a gunsmith. Yeah. So it's but I mean, you don't have to be a gunsmith to put an action in a chassis, but
still,
will a court see it that way? I don't know. I try to limit my liability.
It's good.
Yeah. And same thing, like installing a trigger. Well, it's 2 bolts to put a trigger in, but
still,
So essentially, if I do that, the condition is you have to have this inspected by a gunsmith, right, to make sure that it is functional. Otherwise, I take no liability for it. So
you probably have to have the form printed out for that.
Which I did do. But it's like that's what I went through with the whole match directing thing. Is I made this I took the Ontario Snowmobile Federation's liability waiver and turned it into a kind of a rimfire liability waiver, and it's, you can't sue me for anything. But then that becomes, okay, well, if there is an incident, their family doesn't agree to that, you're gonna get sued. So it's like, no matter what paperwork is signed, you're still gonna, there's still that liability, and it's like, what do you do? So
it's fine.
Yeah. So again, it's like, I'm always trying to find more products that, people are interested in. So if there's something that I don't carry that somebody wants to see, let me know.
You got the chronograph.
Yeah.
The Rangecraft.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Rangecraft?
The Rangecraft, the Athlon. Yeah.
Rangecraft,
yeah. And the Position 7 makes a mount for it, an Arca mount.
Nice.
Yeah. Then, I was just I just got some of the Send It levels in too. So I haven't put them on the website yet, but I bought one for my rifle. And
what's the list? What's the list for the Send It level?
I have to see. I think it's $200. I don't know. I'd have to look and see.
It's a three LEDs, right?
Yeah, and it comes with the fiber optic wires that you can mount right to the scope.
Oh, right to the scope. Yeah, that's a sweet one.
Yeah. So, and being level is so important, right? Like, it's something that that new shooters overlook so easy. They just plop their rifle down and I was right on the target but missed. It's like, well, were you level? It's like something people should try at the range, right? Like put a paper out, shoot one target level and shoot another one not level.
Yeah.
And see what the difference is.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
Yeah.
So we got 50 sight-in board. Guys are asking, well, can I put a paper at 200? Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Guys are checking at 200. Just shoot the berm, man.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to see the bullet hole at a 200 200 typically, unless you got a decent spotting scope. But I can tell where the dust kicks when I didn't shoot at it.
Yeah.
Or if the glare breaks, I know I'm good.
Yeah. You can put it out there, but you can't look at it.
Yeah. So just shoot the berm, man. Just shoot the berm. As long as you have a good rangefinder, then you're good to go.
Yeah. So that's my next step. I want to get a pair of range finding binoculars.
Yeah, there's so many out there.
Yeah.
And you don't need like the $8,000 ones.
No, I was looking at the Vortex ones. They're reasonably priced. They connect to the Kestrel.
Yeah.
So I think I mentioned to you, I'm going hunting out west for elk. I want to be able to just range and engage. So the Vortex ones seem to be they'll work.
Yeah. Well, they have the Ranger HD 3000s now.
Yeah.
Which because the Furies were the standard that we always
the Fury.
Yeah. They got the HD 3000, which we hadn't tried out yet. So I think they came out late last year, or they came out last year. So that's like $11.99 instead of $15.99.
Yeah.
So could be.
Well, I was looking for that because they have it'll give you the ballistic solution right in the binocular. So if you have somebody spotting for you, they'll just tell you whatever 3 mils.
Yeah.
Right. So
I wonder if the HD Ranger 3000. I don't think it does that one. I don't think there's a ballistic solution. And they'd be smart if they incorporated the geoballistics with it, because that's who they own, right? They bought that.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Yeah. I saw Apex did some.
Oh, yeah?
Boy, those were pricey, I think. I remember looking at the price like, ooh, that's
yeah.
You have to really like binoculars.
Well, that's yeah. But I mean, Apex is top tier, right?
100%.
That's their market now. I mean, they're not top tier pricing in terms of like a tangent data or the March scopes, or they're not in the $5,000 range, which for me is like the top tier price range.
Yeah,
they're in the upper mid or upper high.
Yeah,
they're not the outrageous. So I think $3,000. Is that where they ended up?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, looking at pre-sale, their Synergy binos are $4,500.
Okay,
Their
so
range finding and apparently that, I guess the technology in them is pretty advanced. So
yeah. New class of laser range-finding binos has arrived.
Yeah, they're all in pre-order right now.
12x50s. They look nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them because they live and breathe this stuff, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
They're not just a Me Too. They're not, they're not ordering off the shelf and repackaging. They are building it.
Yeah, the amount of research and development that goes into the stuff that they make, I'm sure, is incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like they're taking a pair of Sig Kilos and slapping their brand on it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, they got all the stuff in there,
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to see.
Yeah.
We'd love to get our hands on one, but we're they don't need our help.
Yeah. They've taken off like crazy.
Yeah. They're doing very well.
It's great to see.
Yeah. That's good.
And good people too. So
yeah. They put so much into the sport.
Yeah.
They got their Rocky Mountain Challenge. I think I might be free that weekend so far. If I'm not doing a maple seed, I might pop over and volunteer to help out.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Everyone's going to be there.
Yeah. It's a Pro Series match too.
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get back to them. I usually send them a couple bags for the prize table.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
July 11.
Yeah.
July 11. Yeah. I gotta check my calendar.
Yeah, they the first year I sent them bags, they did a stage where you had to use my bag.
Yeah.
And people don't like that so much. You're getting out of your comfort zone, but it's like everybody uses the same bag, right? So what I've been doing instead is doing like a side stage where they'll do whatever, $10 to shoot the stage, and the winner gets half and the other half gets donated to charity. And then the bag gets awarded to a random person who did the
stage.
Who shot the stage.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, then that way you don't have to worry about, I've never used this equipment before. It's just for fun, but you still get to use the bag and have a good time, donate to charity. So
there was one stage a couple of years ago where we had a shotgun.
Yeah.
You just blasted IPSC with a shotgun twice, and then you shot your stage.
Oh, nice.
And then you finished the last shot was when the time started. It was just a fun way to just blow off some steam, and shoot a shotgun.
Yeah.
Most people like it was optional. You didn't have to shoot the shotgun.
Yeah. But nice. Why not?
Why not? I was like, why not? 12-gauge pump.
Yeah. Yeah. People generally don't like things out of the ordinary. Like I remember I did one stage. It was like one shot at like a 1/3 IPSC at 250. And if you hit it, you get max points.
Yeah.
Or if you miss it, you can go, but you get, like if it was you get 10 points if you hit it. But if you didn't hit it, you can go on and you get a maximum of 8 and you just shoot the stage normal. I remember Gabriel's son, Jones.
Yeah.
He shot, and Matt had it on video. You see him shoot, and he's like, "Oh, I missed!" And then you hear "ding," and everybody just went crazy. Right? Like, I've never seen people so excited on the firing line, but there was also people that hated me for it.
It's hard to please everybody.
It is.
I've discovered.
I stopped trying to do that long ago.
Yeah. People don't like freehand stages. They don't like offhand. They don't like positional.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it PRS? I don't know.
Yes.
Is it a good skill to have?
It is PRS because I have saved an image from a PRS match where there was an offhand stage.
Yeah.
And it was a big PRS match.
Yeah.
A big PRS match. I can't remember who it was.
I used to try to do one stage where you would shoot, like you wouldn't shoot an entire stage offhand.
Yeah.
But you would, like, if you missed a target, you would have to engage a very reasonably sized target offhand at like 100 yards or something like that.
I haven't done any of those. haven't done any of those penalty type things.
People also don't like that, and they say, if you're making a hit, it should count for a point, which I think is PRS rules. So it's like, we just adjust how we did it, and
we used to be like know your limits. The old know your limits was you'd lose everything if you missed. But
I used to do that too.
Yeah. So they stop before you think you're gonna miss.
Yeah,
Mr. Greedy Guts.
Yeah. Sometimes the confidence outstrips the ability.
Frequently. Especially the newer you are, the more confident you are with what you think your perceived skill is. Yeah.
Are you doing the competition academy this year?
I'm trying to find time for it, but I'll probably do it in the fall.
Yeah.
Right now we're just cramming because I picked up ORPS. Thomas was just busy doing his stuff, and then the test row.
And the paper
so we
challenge,
used to do the paper challenge. So that ate up the Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the Sunday is that.
Yeah.
And then right now I don't have a lot of spare weekends.
Yeah, that's fair.
Trying to compress everything into one. So, but May's got like ORPS, CRPS, then I'm in Nova Scotia. Then I'm back at Pat at the end of May.
Yeah.
I mean, June, hit the road.
Yeah.
Man, look, if summer's already booked, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
August. I think it'd be nice. We'll find some in August because they're popular.
Well, and it's a great way to get people into the sport, right?
Yep.
Like it really lowers that barrier to entry on the intimidation side. Is showing up at a competition that you've never really shot before, and you have all these, you have some of the. If you go to Stittsville, you have some of the best shooters in the world that go there, right? So
literally the best shooters in the world.
Yeah, so it's like that can be a little bit intimidating if you're new. So it's like having that training and the interaction the day before, and knowing that you're going to be supported. The community is. Yeah, from an outsider perspective, it can be intimidating, but once you get to know the community, I think everybody would agree that like everybody's pulling the same direction. Everybody wants to see you succeed. Everybody's willing to help or loan you a bag or, your rifle breaks here, use mine type thing.
Yeah. Well, we had a brand new shooter come out. He'd been shooting like everyone else. Buddies taking him to the range. He borrowed his buddies. Single shot peep sight 22. We could do it, but let's set you up with something that I know will work, and that because he's saying, I'm not sure I'm going to compete because I wasn't able to hit targets.
Yeah.
So okay, well, let's get you behind this here. Just didn't tell him what it was, and here it is. Just shoot. It was a Juice 2.0, with a super nice optic on it, and some elite club, and great time.
Yeah, and don't worry about the points.
Yeah, just enjoy. Just be zen-like, and he put an amazing target together, man. Like hard to believe he hadn't shot before.
Well, that is like just lots of people shoot, but shooting PRS is different. If you've never shot PRS before, I remember my first match. I was like, I hunt and I shoot shotgun, and that was a reasonable shot. My first PRS match, I think I got 17 out of 100, maybe something like that. So, it's a challenge for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it was the best time to get into it was when it first started because everybody was in that same learning curve.
Yeah.
I mean, even the center fire PRS guys that came over had to figure out the 22 because there was no recoil and the weighting, the balance was different. And there were no PRS rimfire guns.
No.
Right? They were all just, Savage Mark 2s.
Yeah.
Or 1022s.
Yeah. Did you see Savage's new gun that they just put out?
Yes. I immediately emailed. I immediately emailed my contact at Savage. Said, any chance? I said, no, it's not in production yet. Okay, never mind.
Not in production yet. I can never understand why they put a fixed 20 MOA rail on there. It's like you do all of that research to make the gun, a PRS gun, like at least put a 30, maybe put a 40, or better yet, make it interchangeable.
Yeah, put a 40 on there, man.
Dovetail it and put a CZ rail on it.
Yeah,
that's what the Genesis is. It's a CZ rail.
it works.
Yeah.
Or even just or something other than fixed 20.
Yeah.
Don't they have the Savage 64 Precision? You know, the semi-auto 64 has a 20 MOA rail on it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever used the Savage 64 in a PRS match.
I don't think so. I've seen them given away as prizes, but I don't know that I've seen one on the line.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But they're fun. They're fun clinkers. Put a red dot on that baby, man.
Oh
that
yeah, 100%.
Is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
It's got a 21 round mag, 22 round mag.
Yeah.
On the Savage 64 Precision. They're fun.
Yeah.
Just fun guns.
Yeah, and I mean they're reasonably priced. The trigger on them is decent.
Yeah.
It's just hopefully they've fixed their extraction issues, because that was the big thing with it. Like
I never had issue. Well, the Savage Mark II. I haven't seen anyone complaining about it.
Yeah. Well, it was their what was the one they had in the MDT chassis, the precision rifle. That thing had all sorts
of the B-22.
The B-22, yeah.
B-22 and the B-22 B-22 Precision, B-22 Precision Light.
Yeah. They would make people like double up the springs on their extractors to try and get it to extract.
Yeah. But again,
I'm sure they fixed that.
I mean, we're seeing less and less. So the 110 rimfire could be the way to get back into the game.
Yeah.
Mind you, Brandon is using a Savage Mark II.
He shot that thing since the time I know.
Everybody was just riding. It was like, if you got a CZ, you would have won.
Yeah.
But man, if you can post those big numbers with the Mark II, don't change, man. Don't change.
No, and he knows the rifle, right? Like he knows exactly what to do if he has an extraction issue. Like, drop the mag, get it out, put the other mag in, and away he goes. He's done it so many times that. And
I offered him, it's like, look, MDR loaned us a Savage Mark II 15 rounder. Do you want it? No.
He knows his system. It works.
That's good, and I applaud him for that.
Yeah.
Knowing that you should just leave well enough alone is so hard, right? Because everyone's just trying to change.
Changing things on match day is never a good idea.
Yeah, I know. But a magazine normal, because again, Savage Mark II mags will sometimes do that Jack in the Box and the volcano effect that just spews round everybody.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I mean, you know your gear.
Yeah.
He's got that in the alligator skin stock.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that rifle.
The gator. Who's that guy?
Yeah.
The Troy Landry.
Yeah. So he's been shooting that since I met him. So like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah. I'll forget the first 22 Hunter match we had in Saskatoon. It was won by a pair using Savage Mark IIs.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Athlon Chrono scopes on it, but they were Savage Mark IIs.
Yeah.
Going up against the Voodoos and the Rimaxes back in the day, and the Deuces that were out there. So, yeah.
I always thought it'd be fun to have like a CZ 457 synthetic match with CCI standard.
Yeah.
Everybody uses the same gun, the same ammo.
And a fixed 10 power scope.
Well, I wouldn't be that mean.
Sure. A 1 to 10?
Yeah. So it's I thought that'd be like an interesting way to see. It's like, how much does the gear matter? I'm guessing
they'd have to practice. They'd have to practice. You have to give them like
do a practice
Thursday, Friday workup, right? And then run a match Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And then how do you make sure? So everybody, how do you make sure that all the barrels are the same?
Well, you'd have to have like one rifle dedicated per squad, and they would just have to know that, like, everybody, literally, we would have to get 10 CZ rifles, and it just stays with that squad. So like the dope stays the same, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Interesting. It's like spec racing, right? Everyone drives the same car.
Yeah.
It's all the same rules.
Yeah.
It would be. I've always wanted to do that also.
I saw Josh from Pursuit of Accuracy in the fall did a CCI standard velocity match.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the rules were on the firearms, but everybody had to shoot standard velocity.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, some rifles hate it though.
Oh yeah.
Because like when Tony used the Deuce, he tested one ammo brand versus another, and one was, 50% smaller than the other one.
Yeah.
I'm not saying which ones because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
No.
But it's the two big names,
Yeah.
So it made a difference. And
Yeah,
that's
the rim thickness, right? So
yeah, something's different. That rifle preferred that one make model over a different make model.
Yeah.
A clear preference.
Yeah.
So
that the Genesis, I don't know if, whenever Kenny and Ashley were on, I don't know if they told you, they have on the bolt, there's a little screw on it that you can take off and it adjusts the headspace.
really?
So if you're shooting Ely, you put it one way. If you're shooting Lapua, you put it the other way. And it will adjust the headspace right on the bolt. It takes 5 seconds to unscrew that and put it back on.
I love that kind of forethought into
Yeah. It's like, that is cool.
It's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And again, it's a simple solution, but it took a lot of miserable people, or like people getting miserable over a headspace to think of it, right? So
and some people don't even care enough to solve a problem that exists because it's not my job, but it is. Everything, because you're not trying to build it for one person, you're trying to build it for all people.
Yeah.
Right. And it shows the passion that they have for that action and the people that are going to be shooting it.
Yeah, the level of thought that's gone into designing it is pretty high.
Because that added days and weeks to the process for them, right?
Well, I was supposed to have them originally in November, and the first ones are coming in June.
Months.
So yeah, you're manufacturing something from scratch, right? It takes time to figure out what is the best process to do it. Like I'm no manufacturing expert, but I know from sewing bags, I could sew it 20 different ways.
Yeah.
One might be the fastest way, but it might not be the best way.
Yeah. I guarantee the way you're sewing them now is different from the way you were sewing them 2 years ago.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given the machine. No, I think you have the same machines, right?
I've got 3 machines now. So I've actually got my mom and my aunt come and sew for me. Whenever you were here, you came over, they were here sewing. So
yeah, come over, the sweatshop going.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like Billy Madison there. Where Ben Stiller has all the grannies knitting.
Yeah.
So I have my mom and my aunt will come and sew for me.
Nice.
It's really nice to have the help because I just can't do it all by myself now. There's I've turned into a glorified order packer. I sew less. I enjoy sewing. It's very relaxing, but I just don't get to do it as often.
Buy your Bossgear, man, handmade by Canadian moms and aunts.
Yes, yeah. But I still do all of the final sewing on all the bags. So every single bag that goes out, I inspect. I sew them closed. I fill them. I wax them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hand lathered by Mr. Bossgear himself.
Yeah, best wax job in Canada.
Probably the only wax job I'm ever gonna have.
Here's hoping.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Man, you're gonna be busy. You gotta find that balance between work and play, man.
Yeah.
But I get it. Plus, you have your regular full-time job.
Yes. Plus, being a dad and a husband.
Yeah, that's the other part that adds that little layer of every waking moment.
Yeah. Well, good thing I enjoy it, right? So
yeah, that's good. Well, we appreciate all the work and effort you put into it. I mean, it's great to see how it's grown.
Yeah.
Kind of the logical progression that you come from. Hey, here's some bags to here's the whole ecosystem wrapped around what you do with this bag, right?
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's awesome.
Yeah, trying to be the one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, so I think folks will be happy with the end result. And I mean, just looking at what you're offering, I mean, how can they not be?
Yeah, and like I said, I'm only going to offer products that I believe in and that I use myself.
And it shows, man. There's no dogs in that list. They're all stuff that I'd love to shoot, man. But I don't have the budget to shoot all that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is like, people work really hard for the money. And this is not a cheap sport whatsoever. So it's like, I've got to try to be respectful of that and make sure that they're getting the best value whenever they pay, X amount of money for a bag or for one of the products that I offer. It's like, I'm going to stand behind it.
Yeah.
And if they're not satisfied, I'll make it right, whatever way that is. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can meet up on some range somewhere.
I'm sure that we will.
Or some bar stool somewhere.
That it works too.
That works too.
Yeah.
Sometimes just need some chat instead of trying to get yourself in odd shooting positions on the clock.
Yeah.
So. But the weather's been kind of iffy, just like last year.
Yeah.
The startup last year was just cold, dreary.
Yeah.
Just freezing.
I saw that NRS match out west this weekend. Super muddy. I remember I had one match in April. It's like, matches in April, you're gonna get muddy because it probably either just rained, is currently raining, or is going to rain, and fields just turn into mud pits. Right? It's like Jason Travers sent me a bunch of pictures of his gear. Like the picture of the bag that he sent after is just like, you couldn't even tell what the original color of it was.
It's bad. Yeah, I mean, I thought about having that March match. It's never worked out well.
If it's still frozen, you're okay.
Yeah,
but then you have other difficulties, right? So.
Yeah. Well, we were in that freeze-thaw cycle for a long time during March.
It's hard to predict.
Know what you want to do. Yeah, and even then, it's frequently incorrect.
Yeah.
So they were forecasting torrential. It came after we were packed up and on the way home, which is nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it. May we're into good weather and that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Onwards and upwards. That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else we talk about? Anything else? We cover everything?
I don't know. I think
Bossgear.ca, right? That's the website?
Bossgear.ca, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you see someone with a Bossgear bag, ask them to try it.
There you go. Or if you see me.
Yeah.
I love the loaner fleet out. Oh, we gotta connect on.
Yeah.
Getting the new hotness out.
Yeah, I'll get you the new FDN bags. I did a few little design changes to them, to the pocket, but it performs, that's for sure.
Nice. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, we look forward to having them on the demo. Everyone loves it, being able to try it out before they buy it.
100%. Yeah.
And just knowing, they make this film? Oh, maybe one a little heavier, which is cool. So
yeah.
Well, that's about it, sir.
Good with me.
You keep us all supported, and we'll keep supporting you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate every customer that comes through. So it's like I said, I can't do it without them. That's the main focus of the business, and I'm glad that you're able to get bags in people's hands. So
yeah, and it's cool, coast to coast, man. Bossgear bags are everywhere, which is wild. It's like, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, it's crazy where it started. Yeah,
I know, right?
It started with a $200 sewing machine and a small loan to myself and a couple yards of fabric.
It's wild.
And a big dream.
To be the dominant player in Canadian shooting accessories.
Yeah.
For shooting things.
Yep.
You're gonna be selling rifles, right? So it's not accessories.
It's everything now.
It's everything, man.
Yep.
It's everything but the ammo.
Yep. We'll have to change that at some point.
Here you go. Oh, man, you're pretty busy though. Let's get the rifles in.
Yeah.
Then we'll look at the ammo.
That's the 5-year plan.
Yeah. There you go. That's it. All right, brother. Hey, thanks so much for jumping on.
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll be chatting again.
Absolutely.
You're always welcome as a co-host whenever you've got time from your busy sewing schedule.
Yeah.
And we're lining up some folks that I think you know. So hopefully things work out. You can be on the podcast from there on.
Anytime. I'm always happy to come on.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Rimfire Nation podcast, proudly brought to you by Tesla.ca. Look forward to seeing you guys on the firing line. Thanks, Travis.
Thanks, everyone.
Take it easy, everybody.